Hey guys, how are you doing today? I am Coach B. Wiley. Thank you for joining my channel. If you are new to my channel, my name is Coach B. Wiley. I put out content that is all about dating issues, relationship drama, trauma, how to communicate better with your partner and or anyone else in your life. And I also do a segment called Ask B. Wiley where you ask me your direct relationship questions and I answer them anonymously. And lastly, I talk about breakups and how to transition into your single season in a healthy way. So if you like content like that, stay tuned, subscribe, and let's keep the party going. So the other day on Instagram, I made a post. If you're not following me there, do so. Coach B. Wiley on everything. So I made a post that was all about the simple minded woman. There are a lot of us simple, and I say us because I'm a woman, obviously, but I say there are a lot of us women out here that are simple minded. And what triggered this conversation is a young man that I was talking to who has a pattern of dating simple minded women who he can manipulate. He has a pattern of dating this kind of woman. And so I was like, what is it about the simple minded woman? What does a simple minded woman look like? Well, this is what it looks like. She's gullible. She's tends to be thirsty because she doesn't necessarily get the guy that she desires. And if she gets him for a moment, and it may be more so of a situationship versus a relationship. The simple-minded woman is sick of being single, bottom line. And due to her sick of being single, she then goes out of character to get a man's attention, whether that be using her vagina, whether that be trying to cook her way into his life and feed him and take care of him like she's his mother, or if that means just taking up all his time and refusing to set boundaries and being fearful to ask for what you want and says what you want, which is a relationship. So she just goes along to get along. She's a fun girl. She's a girl that does not know her worth. She can be a little bit desperate, a lot of it. She is all over the place, and the most thing that she focuses in her single world is getting a guy. So if any of this sounds familiar, if you have any of these characteristics, it is okay. Number one, I can only tell you about the simple-minded woman because I used to be one. I used to be swimming in the sea of simpleton up in here. Seriously, I used to be desperate. I used to be thirsty. I used to do the most to try to get the attention. And typically when I was going after these guys, they were just the wrong guys. And I didn't know that then, but I know that now. So if you feel like you're a simple-minded woman, what you need to do is, and this is what you're not going to want to do for the most part, is take a pause for the cause. The reason why I wrote my book, Successfully Solving Single, the three S's: self-care, self-development, self-reliance. These three things must be mastered during your single season. You cannot continue to have a pattern of attracting, being aligned with, and dating men that are not a match for you. If you're sick and tired of attracting guys that want to go with the flow, if you're sick of attracting guys that are gaslighters, if you are sick of guys who continue to blow smoke up your butt, they come in, they manipulate, they play games, they're inconsistent, they're all over the place, they try to come in and dog you out and break you down, they try to use you, abuse you, anything in between. Now is the time in your single season. It is a season for crying out loud. It's not for a lifetime. It is a season. So why not use that season to work on you? It is all about getting you together, because when your mind is simple and when a guy comes in and he sees that you haven't had love, the proper love, you have not been loved and taken care of the right way, he can smell it on you. Your energy gives it from a mile away. So that's why you continue to attract this type of same guy that is repulsed, full of resistance, all over the place, and will not commit to you because of your energy and your mindset and how you carry yourself and the experiences you had. So during the single season, work on healing, of course, from previous trauma, drama experiences from those situations you were in or relationships. Work on your self-worth, work on loving yourself, work on taking care of yourself. Most importantly, work on your I got the hiccups, guys. Work on your relationship with God. Because if your relationship with God ain't right, then don't expect for the right man to be hand delivered from Jesus Christ himself when you don't even have a relationship with God. So don't be simple. You don't have to be simple. You don't have to stay there. I was simple for a very long time until I got sick and tired of being sick and tired many years ago. And in that place, I was at my lowest. I was at my lowest vibration. I was at my lowest emotionally, spiritually, physically, name it. I was low to the flow because I allowed two guys, back to back guys, break me all the way down to my lowest part of me. So what you need to do is, if you're in a situationship that is just not jiving with you, you know you don't want to be in a situationship, you know you want a guy that's consistent. And I can tell you, when a guy likes you, you're going to know it. You're not going to be confused. You're not going to try to force him to talk to you or spend time with you or have to sleep with him to get him to be with you. Like, get that out of your head. So if you're swimming in this sea with other simple-minded sisters, I need for you guys to get together and understand your worth, love yourselves, lift yourselves up, educate yourselves on what men want when they want a woman, because it looks different. It looks totally different when you're in your simple season and you're attracting these guys that are just not good. And so therefore you then assume that all guys are cheaters. All guys are dogs. When in fact, no, they're not. Absolutely not. Those are just the guys that you've been attracting. And when you wise up and when you get your mindset set up properly and when you do better for yourself, you'll then start attracting a different breed of guy. So until you get yourself together and evolve to your highest self, you won't be able to attract what you want. Because remember, like attracts like. And typically men who come in and they mess stuff up and they try to break you down for no good reason and they try to use and abuse you, something is wrong with them. They are hurting on the inside from their previous junk that they have not healed from. And so now they're going to take it out on you, and that is not okay. So what you need to do while you're single, it doesn't matter if it's been a few months or a few years, use your time wisely. If a husband is what you want, get in preparation to receive. That means you should not be entertaining any man that doesn't want what you want. You can say you lonely. You can say it's cuffing season. You can say it's cold outside. I get it. Go grab a cover and grab a book and educate yourself, or watch a video of mine on YouTube and I can educate you with ease. Do yourself a favor. Stop signing up for, I almost said something, guys. Stop signing up for crap and get your mind right. Get your development right. Get that personal development going. Work on your outer appearance. Learn a new hobby. Go read a book. I keep bringing up reading a book because a lot of us, when we're out of school, we decided, okay, we're done learning. No. You need to be listening to audiobooks, reading, listening to podcasts, anything that can uplift you. Look at the women online that are strong, that are independent. Even if they are in a relationship, you can still have your own independence within a relationship. Look at them. How do they carry themselves every day? What are they doing for themselves every day? How are they showing up? Check out who you're following on social media. If you're following all these people who are getting cheated on by their boyfriends and husbands, unfollow them. Don't even look at that. You need to align yourself up with other women that are taking care of themselves, taking care of their mental health, growing their emotional intelligence, working on their physiques, their health, and growing their wealth. Those are the kind of women you should be following and looking at, and hear their stories. Listen to their stories on how they became who they are as a businesswoman, career woman, whatever it is they do, how they attracted the man that they're with, because there's always a story and you want to listen to it. And typically with these stories of women attracting and being divinely aligned with who they're supposed to be with, there's always a waiting period. There is definitely a waiting period. So you can wait and do the work, or you can wait and be giving yourself out, just giving yourself out and allowing anybody to have access to you. Get out of that pool of simple-mindedness. You are better. Simple-mindedness. Did I say that right? Simple-mindedness. Get out of that pool and jump into the pool to where you are clear on what you want. And no one can come into your space, your bubble, until they are clear with you on what their intentions are. And then they back it up with their consistent, persistent respectable actions. You don't have to be in this pool swimming around, starving for love, starving for affection and or attention. No, you can take yourself out of that pool, volunteer to get out, work on yourself, and it's going to take time. I don't know how much time it's going to take for you on your journey. I didn't know how long it was going to take for me to wise up. It took me years. I'm not going to lie. It took me years to go from being simple to very, very much so smart, aware. And now I'm at a point where if I see a man and if I'm just in the room with this man and I lay an eye on him, I'll know right then. Is he good? Is he from God or is he from the devil? I'll know because energy says it all. So tap into your energy. Work on yourself. Take yourself out of the game. Don't use your vagina for anything. Leave it to itself. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. And I'm serious, guys. It sounds silly, but I'm serious. Take that off the table. Focus on you. Don't allow anyone to have access to you that doesn't have the intent to be with you. But then in the meantime, in between time, you got to wise up first. You got to wise up first, and only then can you think about dating. And that is going to take some time. You cannot do all this deprogramming and thinking in a negative way, being attracted to a certain kind of guy that isn't good for you. You got to deprogram all of that. Then you got to heal. Then you got to work on yourself every day. Then you might get distracted. Then you got to break away from that distraction. It is practice, practice, practice. You have to micromanage yourself and you have to get it together. But you're only going to get it together if you want to get it together. So if you want to see a change in who you attract and who looks at you, you have to start changing yourself. You have to do things to change yourself and evolve and learn and wise up. These changes will only be beneficial to you. Can you imagine going from dead end dating right now, and then by the time the summertime hits, you're getting the cream of the crop. You're literally attracting great quality men back to back to back to back to back because you did the work. You took 6 months to do the work. Well, it'll be 5 because it's February now. But you took 5 months to do the work versus refusing, being full of resistance, and deciding that you're just going to keep dating until you find Mr. Right. And then 5 months from now, here we are, summertime fine, and all your world is falling apart. You didn't lose the weight you wanted to lose. You didn't save the money you wanted to save. You didn't enroll in them classes you wanted to enroll in. You didn't do nothing but chase after dudes who didn't want you. I mean, it's on you. The choice is yours. I made the decision. It was the best decision of my life to take myself out of that season of simpleton and to decide that I'm going to do better. I'm going to wise up. I'm going to outsource help. I'm going to read. I'm going to listen to people. I'm going to watch the experiences of others. I'm going to work on myself. And I built myself back up with the help of others too. I didn't do this by myself. Absolutely not. So find out what you need to do it so you can see the results that you want to see. In the discussion. All right, guys, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I am Coach B. Wiley here. I am here most days of the week doing videos. I do videos again on dating, relationship, breakup, and communication. If you want me to ever address your personal relationship or dating question, feel free. Feel free to reach out to me. The email is always in the description box, askbwiley@coachbwiley.com. And it was another thing. Oh yeah, I do story time too. So if you want to know more of the B behind B. Wiley, who Brooke is in real life, from me being a single parent, from me just up and moving 10 years ago from Arkansas to Illinois and now in St. Louis. If you want to know a little bit about my story, whether that be dating stories, just let me know and I will be glad to discuss. What kind of content do you like? If you like this content, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. Outside of that, guys, feel free to follow me on social media. Coach B. Wiley on everything. Talk to you later.